Learn English through story. The Broken Promise. In a bustling town known for its vibrant markets and colorful festivals, there lived a man named Daniel. Daniel was a talented craftsman, renowned for his exquisite woodworking skills. He created beautiful furniture, intricate carvings, and delicate wooden sculptures that were sought after by people from far and wide. His workshop, situated at the edge of the town, was always filled with the scent of fresh wood and the sound of chisels and hammers. Despite his success, Daniel was known to be a man of his word. He believed that a promise made was a bond that should never be broken. His reputation for honesty and reliability was as finely crafted as the pieces he created. However, his adherence to his principles was soon to be tested in a way he never anticipated. One day, a wealthy merchant named Charles visited Daniel's workshop. Charles was known for his lavish lifestyle and penchant for acquiring rare and valuable items. He commissioned Daniel to create a magnificent dining table, one that would be the centerpiece of his grand estate. The design was intricate and required months of labor, but Charles promised to pay Daniel handsomely for his work. Daniel agreed to the commission, not just for the money, but because the challenge excited him. He spent countless hours meticulously crafting the table, ensuring every detail was perfect. As the months passed, Daniel poured his heart and soul into the project, knowing that this would be one of his finest creations. As the delivery date approached, Daniel sent word to Charles, informing him that the table was ready. Charles, however, had encountered financial difficulties due to a series of poor investments. Despite his lavish lifestyle, he found himself in debt and unable to fulfill his promise to Daniel. Instead of being upfront about his situation, Charles concocted a plan to avoid payment. On the day of delivery, Charles inspected the table with faint interest, pointing out imaginary flaws and claiming that the craftsmanship was subpar. He refused to pay the agreed amount, offering a mere fraction of the promised price. Daniel was taken aback. He knew his work was flawless and felt deeply betrayed by Charles's dishonesty. "Charles, you gave me your word," Daniel protested. "We had an agreement." Charles shrugged dismissively. "Take it or leave it, Daniel. Times are tough, and this is all I can offer." Feeling a mixture of anger and disappointment, Daniel refused the reduced payment and took the table back to his workshop. He couldn't believe that someone would break a promise so easily. The experience left a bitter taste in his mouth, and he started questioning his own principles. Was it worth holding on to his integrity in a world where promises seemed to mean so little? Weeks turned into months, and Daniel's business began to suffer. Rumors of the incident with Charles spread through the town, causing potential clients to doubt Daniel's reliability. He found himself with fewer commissions, and the once steady stream of work dwindled to a trickle. The magnificent table, a symbol of his dedication and skill, remained unsold, gathering dust in the corner of his workshop. One day, as Daniel was closing up his shop, a young woman named Emily entered. She was new to the town, having recently moved there to start a small bakery. Emily had heard about Daniel's exceptional craftsmanship and wanted to commission a sign for her bakery. Despite his recent struggles, Daniel agreed, touched by her enthusiasm and sincerity. Over the next few weeks, Daniel worked on the sign, channeling his passion and creativity into every detail. When the sign was ready, Emily was overjoyed. She insisted on paying Daniel more than the agreed amount, saying, "Your work is worth every penny and more." Emily's gratitude and honesty rekindled a spark in Daniel. He realized that not everyone was like Charles and that there were still people who valued integrity and craftsmanship. Encouraged by Emily's kindness, Daniel decided to host an open house at his workshop, inviting the townspeople to see his work firsthand. The event was a resounding success. People from all over the town came to admire Daniel's creations. They were captivated by the beauty and skill evident in each piece. Word of Daniel's talent spread, and soon he found himself with a steady stream of commissions once more. Among the visitors was a prominent art collector named Margaret, who was particularly taken with the magnificent table that had caused Daniel so much grief. Margaret approached Daniel with an offer. "I've never seen such exquisite work. This table belongs in a gallery, where it can be appreciated by many. I'd like to buy it and several other pieces from my collection." Daniel hesitated, the memory of Charles's betrayal still fresh in his mind. But he saw sincerity in Margaret's eyes and decided to trust her. The sale not only brought Daniel financial relief but also restored his faith in his principles. As Daniel's business flourished, he reflected on the lessons he had learned. He understood that integrity and honesty were not just about keeping promises but also about having the courage to stand by one's values, even when it was difficult. He realized that while some people might take advantage of his trust, others would recognize and appreciate his commitment to his craft and his word. Years later, Daniel's workshop became a beacon of excellence in the town. People came from far and wide not just for his creations but for the story behind them. They admired the man who held fast to his principles and found success not through shortcuts or deceit but through hard work and unwavering integrity. One evening, as Daniel sat by the fireplace in his workshop, reflecting on his journey, he received a letter. It was from Charles, who had fallen on even harder times. In the letter, Charles apologized for his actions and acknowledged the wrong he had done. He expressed deep regret and asked for Daniel's forgiveness. Daniel pondered the letter for a long time. He felt a mixture of emotions but ultimately decided to forgive Charles. He penned a reply, expressing his hope that Charles had learned from his mistakes and found a way to rebuild his life with honesty and integrity. Daniel's story became a moral touchstone for the town. It was a reminder that while the path of integrity might be fraught with challenges, it ultimately led to a life of fulfillment and respect. Daniel had learned that promises, like the wood he worked with, were something to be crafted with care, maintained with effort, and honored with pride. In the end, Daniel found that the greatest reward was not the wealth or the recognition, but the peace that came from knowing he had stayed true to himself and his values. This story highlights the importance of integrity, the value of keeping promises, and the fulfillment that comes from staying true to one's principles, even in the face of adversity. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.